If by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet, don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trifle fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And, which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
If, by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trifle fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force and nerve and sinew to serve your tongue long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men come with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, you're in the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
Nobility by Alice Carey. True worth is in being, not seeming, in doing each day that goes by. Some little good not in dreaming of great things to do by and by. For whatever men say in their blindness, in spite of the fancies of youth, there's nothing so kingly as kindness, and nothing so royal as truth. You get big army as you measure, you cannot do wrong and feel right, nor can you give pain and gain pleasure, for justice avenges each slight. The air for the wing of the sparrow, the bush for the robin and wren, but always the path that is narrow and straight for the children of men. 'Tis not in the pages of story, the heart of its ills to beguile, though he who makes courtship to glory gives all that he hath for a smile. For when from her heights he has won her, alas, it is only to prove that nothing so sacred as honor, and nothing so loyal as love. You cannot make bargains for blisses, nor catch them like fishes in nets. And sometimes the things our life misses cost more than the thing which it gets. For good life not in pursuing, nor gaining of great, nor of small, but just in the doing and doing, as would be done by is all. Through envy, through malice, through hating, against the world, early and late. No jot of our courage abating, our part is to work and to wait. And slight is the sting of his trouble, whose waitings are less than his worth. For he who is honest is noble, whatever his fortunes or birth.
Nobility by Alice Carey. True worth is in being, not seeming, in doing each day that goes by. Some little good, not in dreaming of great things to do by and by. For whatever men say in their blindness, in spite of the fancies of youth, there is nothing so kingly as kindness, and nothing so royal as truth. We get back our meat as we measure. We cannot do wrong and feel right, nor can we give pain and gain pleasure. For justice avenges each slight, the air for the wing of the sparrow, the bush for the robin and wren, but always the path that is narrow and straight for the children of men. 'Tis not in the pages of story, the heart of its ills beguile, though he who makes courtship to glory gives all that he has for her smile. For wed from her height he has won her. Alas, it is only to prove that nothing so sacred as honor, and nothing so loyal as love. We cannot make bargains for blisses, nor catch them like fishes in nets. And sometimes the thing our life misses helps more than the thing which it gets. For good lies not in pursuing, nor gaining of great, nor of small, but just in the doing and doing as we would be done by is all. Through envy, through malice, through hating, against the word, early and late. No jot of our courage abating. Our part is to work and to wait. And slight is the sting of his trouble, whose winnings are less than his worth. For he who is honest is noble, whatever his fortunes or birth.
The road not taken by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. So as for that, the passing there had warned them, really about this day. And both them mourning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I sure be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. road not taken by lowered frost. The road diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted to wear. Though as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same, and both them money equally lay, and lips no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how wayless want to wait, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sign. Somewhere ages and ages hence, to those diverse in a wood, and I took the one less trapped by, and that has made all the difference.
Life's Mirror by Madeline S. Bridges. There are loyal hearts, there are spirits brave, there are souls that are pure and true. Then give to the world the best that you have, and the best will come back to you. Give love, and love to your life will flow, a strength in your utmost need. Have faith, and a score of hearts will show their faith in your work and deed. Give truth, and your gift will be paid in kind, and honor will honor meet. And the smile which is sweet will surely find a smile that is just as sweet. Give sorrow and pity to those who mourn. You will gather in flowers again the scattered seeds from your thought outborn, though the sowing seemed but vain. For life is the mirror of king and slave. 'Tis just what we are and do. Then give to the world the best that you have, and the best will come back to you.